President Trump, meantime, is working day in and day out and nights to make America safe again. And now he may be taking it a step further as rumors swirl that he's considering deporting immigrants on public assistance. Here to weigh in, Democratic strategist David Morey and Fox News contributor Deneen Borelli. Thank you both for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So first of all, let's take a look at the numbers. And this is according to the Immigrant, the Immigrant Association, I believe is where the study comes from, the Center for Immigration Studies back in 2015. And the average immigrant household, the burden on taxpayers is $6,234. And then it's about $2,000 less on the native household, the tax burden there. So, Deneen, is this a good idea?
Well, listen, Trump is working on his campaign promise to keep Americans first. And so when you have this instance, and we don't even know if this is going to go through, we don't know all of the details, but what we want, or if immigrants want to come here, they should be expected to be employed and not to be relying on government assistance. Our country is reaching $20 trillion in debt. It's unsustainable. I say take care of Americans first.
And David, you know, immigrants built this country. No one is arguing that.
Yeah. Look, I think Deneen's right. This is something that's been floated. We don't know exactly what the details are. She's also right that immigrants coming to this country should have jobs and should contribute to the economy. But this could be policymaking insanity if they're going to bar immigrants or deport immigrants based solely on whether they've ever been on public assistance. It's smart to slow immigration down and be smart about it. Go through the process of security clearance, for example. Do it methodically, build talent, build procedure. But it's wrong to deport or deny just on the basis of whether someone might be on public assistance. All the research shows, as you said, immigrants built this country. They've added more to the country than subtract from the country economically.
And Deneen, though, does this make it seem like being on public assistance is a crime, Deneen?
Not to say that it's a crime, Heather, but again, our country is facing a significant amount of debt. We can't even take care of our veterans like we should. They risk their life and their limbs to keep our country safe, keep Americans safe, and our veterans are suffering. We are witnessing, what, 20 on average, 20 veterans are committing suicide each and every day. And so I say we take care of Americans first. There's nothing wrong with doing so. I think that's common sense.
And David, you say also that using public assistance should not be the only qualifier, obviously. So what are some of the other considerations? Well,
look, I mean, the welfare reform of 1996 got pretty specific about green card holders, American permanent residents. There's an exception for refugees. There's a lot of vetting already. I'm not saying it shouldn't be slowed down, made better. There's a lot of vetting on whether people coming into this country are going to contribute economically. And I think deporting based on a subjective criterion of whether they're not is a dangerous territory. It's probably unconstitutional. I think it's inadequate. I don't think it's smart policymaking. We got to find the center of smart policymaking in this government for it to work effectively.
And how do we do that? I know that that's a huge question for both of you, but clearly we do need to find some center ground, as we just heard Matthew McConaughey just saying. I can't believe I'm quoting him, but it's true. You know, we've got to find a way to come together with all of these issues, Deneen.
No, you're right. And this is about incentives. You don't want people coming here, immigrating, with the idea that they can rely on government assistance. So it is about incentives for people to seek employment, be employed, and not think that government is the fallback. That's the wrong idea.
Yeah, and we'd like to be a land of unlimited resources, but we are not.
We have to find the policymaking center. As Lincoln said, a house divided against itself cannot stand. The extremists of both parties have to come together and make government work here.
Yeah, let's give it a chance. See what happens.
Yes.
Thank you both for joining us this morning. Appreciate it, David and Deneen. Thank you.